Hello and welcome to Asa Smiles. I am your host, Asa, and hi everybody. It has been a little bit since we have done a podcast, and rest assured the reason that is because we have been extremely busy, and since the podcasts are a learning tool and a tool that's used for aiding in finding our missing persons, getting information out, it is often on the back burner um, because the investigations are first and foremost before anything else. So, what a busy few weeks this has been, and it has been crazy. First and foremost, I want to give a little bit of shout out and accolades to my son, Tyler, for the music in our podcast. All those pieces of music are written by my son. So, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I also want to talk about just how crazy it's been. So let me give you some updates. We are really, really, really moving forward in Leanne's case. And if you're not familiar with Leanne's case, it's out of New York. And she's Leanne Hausberg. Went missing in 1999 out of Brooklyn, New York. And we have assembled a new team that is working on her case as a priority. So we've been super busy with that because it's like a blooming flower. It just keeps opening and opening and opening, and there's more and more petals and more petals, and goodness gracious, it is a lot of stuff. But it's stuff moving the case in the right direction, so we're happy with that. But the biggest thing that we want to talk about is the case of Eric Alvarado out of Cass County, Atlanta, Texas. Y'all, this case has just exploded. And I do mean exploded. So, we have a lot going on in Eric's case. A lot of things that we have discovered that are absolutely the opposite of the narrative that has been put out for so long. And we really are grateful to be working closely with law enforcement. And we're going to get a resolution in Eric's case sooner than later. So we're really happy about that. There's not a whole lot I can share publicly about what we do know now. I just will share a couple of tidbits. Okay, so first and foremost, let me just say that that there was, in fact, a body pulled out of the Red River, which is right where Eric's vehicle was found. However, the person was identified as being 5'7" tall, and obviously not Eric. So say a little prayer for the person in the family that that victim and their family. However, all of the innuendos and pointing to Eric being in the river or anywhere around that area is totally incorrect. As we had thought all along, Eric is not there. In addition, yeah, there was a search with a dog that yielded nothing. As we previously thought. And a whole slew of other things. But let me say this. Things that I can't share with you because we want to make absolutely sure that this case moves forward as it should, and we will be assisting in every way that we can. In fact, we already are. So here's the thing. The narrative that has been put out there is all just a bunch of gigantic lies. There's just no other nice way to put it. That's fact. So there have been things that have been claimed that have been done that weren't done. I mean, it just has been a big ball of lies. And that's okay. And we know that Eric was never in Arkansas. Eric was never in Arkansas. So we are pushing forward. People are talking, and information is coming in like crazy right now, and we are very happy about that, and that's why we have not been on here. We have another meeting with members of Congress on the 24th, which would be this Wednesday. Today is July 20th, 2024, and it's a beautiful day here in New York. But anyway, so on Wednesday the 24th, we have another meeting to discuss Eric's Law. We are moving forward with Eric's Law, and I am just really grateful for that because there needs to be more legislation garnering what the duty of social media influencers is when it comes to victims of crimes, and what their duty is. Their duty is to make sure that the information they are putting on their platforms is true and correct and factual, and if it's not, then it should be a crime. So, yeah, huge. And we're working on that feverishly. And what's amazing is that through Eric's Law, and working, with Eric's Law and getting Eric's Law out there has caused quite a few people to volunteer their time with JC Cares USA, which is amazing. And So we have really, really been crazy busy. I'm sorry if I sound like I've got a million things going through my head right now while I'm trying to do this podcast. Sorry. And I'm like, oh my goodness. We've just got so much going on. My brain's going 100 miles an hour. So anyway, y'all, that's why we haven't been around. It has been extremely busy. We've got some more cases, and we are just off the hook over here. But I wanted to update everybody, especially the followers of Eric and Leanne, that the cases are moving forward. And man, the things taking place in both cases are astonishing, and I'm really excited about that. So we're moving forward, folks. And listen, if you're someone out there who would like to volunteer for JC Cares USA, I can tell you, we vet people extensively. And then there's so many things that you will be put to the test with. And I can tell you that some of these volunteers could share their stories with you about things that we have had them do. So, kind of like little test of their integrity. And we do that for a reason, because this is serious. This is serious work. And those who volunteer for JC Cares USA take this very seriously. And that's what we want, because these families are depending on us, hoping and praying that we will get them some answers. Some kind of answers, or point them in the right direction of what happened with their loved one, or most importantly, finding their loved one still alive and getting them safe. We have really picked up on a lot of trafficking cases as well. And so, we've very much been busy, crazy busy. We're even assembling a small team right now that targets online predators who are recruiting for trafficking reasons. So, we're really popping over here. And it would be silly to think that all the people who volunteer for JC Cares USA are just web sleuths, because that's not true. Most of the people who, well, I can't say most, but a great deal of the people who volunteer for JC Cares USA have some kind of law enforcement background or investigative background or something of that nature. And private investigators, these are all people who volunteer for JC Cares USA. So they're not on any payroll. They're just volunteering their time out of the goodness of their heart to help these families. And we are very, very grateful for that. But they do go through an extreme vetting process, which is funny when you talk about, working with a private investigator or a retired police officer or a retired detective or a retired whatever. We vet them. Anyway, I don't care. We vet everybody because we want to make sure that everything's on the up and up with JC Cares USA. Because the fact of the matter is that we don't want to cause the families any additional harm. So we don't want people that we cannot trust or that we have to be concerned about volunteering with JC Cares USA. We're just like this gigantic network of people coming together for the same thing. For the same thing, to help these families find their loved ones. So, grateful for all the people who have come together to help. And so, we're trying to utilize folks in the best ways possible to help the public. And online predators is huge. Trafficking, human trafficking is huge. And there's not just, you know, trafficking for, you know, there's all kinds of human trafficking. And trafficking for sex work or whatever like that is not the only kind of human trafficking there is. You know, there's also trafficking of workers. There's a huge thing of trafficking migrant workers. You know, people who come to this country that have no idea what they're in for, and they come here, and next thing you know, they're on, you know, some farm somewhere or whatever, and they're basically, you know, become human slaves. Who are being worked like dogs. So there's all kinds of trafficking that goes on for all different kinds of reasons, not just sex. And, you know, there's drugs, there's slavery, there's all kinds of things. So everything that you can think of or can't think of is going on. So that little team will be assisting with online predators who are, you know, going after children. And, yeah. So we're going to help with that. So anyways, that's where we're at right now. And I'm sorry it's been a minute that we have been off of here. Well, quite a few minutes, but that's why. And so I hope that you guys will keep sharing out our information, our podcast to people. And if you want to volunteer, reach out to us at jccaresusa.com. Or you can, you know, call us at 929-406-3527. And we will be more than happy to get you on your way. Just understand that you will be vetted extensively, and you will be required, additionally, you know, all the application process, you'll be required to complete a non-disclosure agreement stating that you won't share information with anybody or the public about our cases. So, yeah, we really have gotten a lot of new volunteers. I'm sorry. I was just looking at the squirrels outside my window. I'm in New York City, but I have squirrels outside my window of my little office here, and so I feed them. strawberries and apples and grain and all that good stuff. So, yeah, they're just adorable. Their names are Mary and Joseph. Really? But they have been here the whole time that we have lived here. So, um, yeah, pretty fun. But anyway, so yeah, anytime we have a long pause like that, you guys, that's what's going on. We're just crazy, crazy busy. Um, and that's where we're at right now. So I better end this, get off of here, get back to being extremely busy, and we will update you as soon as we can. There is just a pile of information, new information in Eric's case right now, and we just uh, can't share any of that with you right now. But we will when we can. There was something else I wanted to say, but I forget what it was. That's part of the problem of having a gazillion things going through your head every day, right? So, let me see. I can't think of it. So, I'll have to save it for another podcast. But either way. So, let me go ahead and close this out. I want to say to everybody, one thing that's really, really important that please register to vote. Vote. You really need to vote. Our country is in trouble and you need to vote. So please register to vote and vote. And last but not least, please be kind. Kindness doesn't take nothing away from you. It gives back to you. Because when you put out kindness, there are lots of people who will put kindness back in. So I encourage everybody to try to be as kind as you possibly can be. And as always, I encourage people to smile. It's contagious, right? It really is. Just saying it made me smile right now. So, smile. When you're out for walking your dog today, smile at people you wouldn't normally smile at or make eye contact with, etc. But try to be a little bit more aware of your surroundings today. I'm going to. And, smile at people. Make eye contact with people. We need a lot more of that in this world today. So, smile. It's contagious. We love you so much here at JC Cares USA, and we do care. We really care. And we want our families to know that we will always be here for them. So I thank you so much. We'll be back soon. We love you. So long for now.